Okay, thanks for watching. Recap, this is He-Man Masters of the Universe 1987. And this little, what somebody pointed out too, which I didn't even, it went right over my head, really awesome catch, that this guy is a redhead Phoenician looking dude. So, and those are the guys that, there aren't any public records of a civilization before them. So as far as we know, they're the first people to dabble in this kind of stuff, right? Because from Phoenician comes the word phone, and a phone rings because it's a bell. And Saturn's original name is Bel Saturn, and CERN, when you're talking about CERN, you're talking about Saturn. It's the same thing because Saturn is the god of the underworld, and CERN is Cernunnos, or Cernunnos, or whatever, short for CERN, or CERN is short for Cernunnos, or sorry, I can't cuss and talk, but you know what I mean. So you're talking about CERN, you're talking about Saturn, and you're talking about the bell. And this guy in the movie created this thing called a cosmic key. And he says it's a machine that emits tones that open dimensional doors, which in my opinion is exactly what CERN is doing. So what's funny is that later in the movie, towards the end here, they have the machine is broken, they have to rebuild it to get back home, which is the exact same thing they're doing with CERN. It's an old machine that's been rebuilt a bunch of times, and well, who knows if it's that many times, but a bunch of times before, because these guys are trying to get out of here. So this guy here says this.
See, Kevin, opening a dimensional door is relatively easy. But the tones, Kevin, the tones that were stored in this cosmic key were completely erased.
So you see, he says opening dimensional doors are easy. It's the tones you got to get right. The tones are the most important part. So it's pretty awesome because Chase Stewey, a guy who's really been awesome to me, so thanks to him very much for the continued support and all the nice words and encouragement he sent me, by the way. He had a pretty awesome comment. I think it was on this video, but I'm not for sure. My last He-Man video, where he said, you know, I wonder if those sounds that are being heard worldwide are those guys trying to get the tones right. And that's pretty awesome. I mean, that's a pretty awesome idea, man. I like that a lot. Now, is that the case? I don't know, but that's pretty cussing cool. And I've heard that they're the earth groaning, you know, signs of birth pangs, which could be too. It really could be. Or it could be nothing. But I don't think it's nothing because it's just too much and it's too strange and everybody's hearing it everywhere. So I've always thought that those things have been associated with the trumpets of Revelation. And what's interesting to me is I was just going through that the book of Revelation again the other night. And if you get into whatever, I can't remember what chapter it is, but basically here's what happens if you're not familiar. There are 7 seals that are opened, and that's where your 4 horsemen come out. What is it? The red, the white, the black, and the pale, I think. But anyway, 7 seals are opened. Then it says there's a silence in heaven for about a half an hour, and then the 7 angels are given 7 trumpets, and that's when all your hell really breaks loose. So the 7 seals are opened. There's a silence for a half an hour, and then the angels are given the trumpets, and the trumpets go off. So it almost makes me wonder that whenever they open the 7 seals, that half an hour in between the 7 seals being open and the trumpets blaring, if that's not the trumpets being tuned, getting ready to go. I don't know, but I just thought that was a pretty killer comment by that guy, and that's which got me thinking about that silence in heaven for a half an hour, and just makes you wonder if that's what's really going on, but we'll never know. I mean, I don't think anyway until it actually happens, but it's still kind of fun to sit around and think about. So, and I want to thank Bud Beazey. I really hope that guy or lady, you know, I don't know for sure. You never know, even by the names, you never know. So I'm just not trying to, you know, be disrespectful or anything like that. Man, I appreciate all the support too from you as well, especially talking about my band and how you've been jamming out to the music. That's so awesome. I cannot comment back to you, man. I can't. I've even tried under my other account, and I cannot respond to you. I cannot send a message to you. So I just want you to know that your comments aren't falling on deaf ears, because I don't want someone to think they're sending me all this nice stuff and I'm ignoring them, because that is not the case. So thank you very much, man. Thanks to Chase Stewey. Thank you to all my subscribers out there and the really nice people sending me lots of really good support and encouragement. I really appreciate it. So thank you to my subscribers. Thanks to everybody else for watching too.